Peyton List is not a stranger, especially to fans of Disney. Unfortunately, like many other child stars, her career may not be going as she expected. You want to know why? Stick around to find more. And while at it, subscribe to Riveted and turn on the notification. Also, for a chance to join our daily draw for $100 Amazon gift cards, include the hidden word from the video in your comments. It would be an understatement to say that Peyton List was among the wealthiest kids during her childhood. She appeared in various films and television episodes as a young child and modeled for tween magazines and companies. List was a 2011 model for Justice magazine and has also appeared on the cover of the American Girl's 2009 Back to School issue. She has cumulatively appeared in over 400 advertisements in various formats for various companies. Naturally, film and TV companies started looking for the young star who was already rising. Peyton List made an uncredited film appearance on the soap opera As the World Turns in 2002. In 2004, she appeared on the TV show All My Children as Bess, and in the same year made a cameo appearance in the feature film Spider-Man 2, which was also uncredited. Peyton continued to appear in guest roles and cameos as well as making another uncredited appearance on the live show Saturday Night Live until 2008, when she had her first major role in the feature film 27 Dresses, starring as the young version of the character Jane Nichols. The film was a commercial success and served as List's acting debut. After that, things started to really look up for the young star who badly needed to make it in Hollywood. List appeared in more feature films and in 2010 was cast alongside Robert Pattinson in the film Remember Me, as a girl who bullies Pattinson's character's little sister. The film was also a box office success. In the same year, she had begun her work with Disney and appeared in the Disney film The Sorcerer's Apprentice, which turned to be a box office bomb. She also was cast in Lifetime Movie Network's Secrets in the Walls alongside Jerry Ryan and Kay Panabaker. One of Disney's biggest success stories in the past decade has been Jessie, which began airing back in 2011. The show starred Debbie Ryan, Karan Brar, Peyton List, and Cameron Boyce, who tragically passed away rather recently. Bunked premiered on the Disney Channel in the summer of 2015 and proved to be a Jessie spin-off, chronicling the familiar characters as they ventured out to Camp Kikiwaka. Peyton List's character, Emma Ross, was the star of the show. Throughout the early seasons, she was training to become a camp counselor, eventually becoming manager of the camp in the third season, which aired in 2018. The character's eye for fashion was always highlighted, eventually leading to a surprising twist in the season 3 finale. She ventures off to become a supermodel in Milan as her mother owns a clothing line. It was established at the end of season 3 that the character would be leaving, and many people wondered whether the show would be just as interesting without Peyton List and the other co-stars who also left the show. When crucial characters depart from some shows, it's usually due to the actor wishing to leave rather than the writers making the decision, especially with a show like Bunked. As reported by Just Jared Jr., Peyton said, "I've aged out of children's shows. I love all of those people so much from the show. They are and always will be my family. The only problem with leaving a company such as Disney is that a child star's career may either flop or it may become very successful." Peyton List clearly doesn't fall in the category of the most successful people post-Disney, but she has been trying to land a couple of roles in Hollywood. After her time in Disney, Peyton List appeared on YouTube Red's Cobra Kai, as well as in the Eva Longoria-directed comedic pilot Glamorous for the CW. On the film side, she is in the rom-com Then Came You and the thriller Anthem of a Teenage Prophet. As much as she also is not amongst the worst, we have to ask ourselves, what happens to Disney stars once they leave the company? Why do so many child actors struggle after leaving Disney? To understand Peyton's situation, we have to break down a couple of the reasons why careers struggle after leaving Disney. Well, we could come up with a million reasons, but for this video, we'll only look at the most common ones. Drugs. Working for Disney as a child actor can be very stressful, and many child stars started using drugs while they were in Disney or immediately after leaving Disney. Let's look at a few examples. TMZ was the first to report that squeaky clean Zac Efron checked into rehab in 2013 for cocaine addiction. Selena Gomez checked into rehab in January 2014 for what TMZ claimed was a dependency on alcohol and pills, as well as marijuana use. Miley Cyrus makes no secret of her drug use. Fergie, who starred in Kids Incorporated as a child, battled crystal meth addiction. Orlando Bloom almost completely lost his mind after using drugs for a long time, and Demi Lovato had a near-death experience with drugs. Let's not even start with Lindsay Lohan and Shia LaBeouf. This list could actually go on forever. Luckily, some of those people were able to get back on track, and they are very successful today. But for other people, drugs became a major issue in their careers, and they have never recovered. Peyton List doesn't fall into this category since so far we have not heard any news with regards to drug use when it comes to Peyton. She has tried to maintain a squeaky clean image after leaving Disney, but then again, it's probably too early to tell. Mental health issues. The list of Disney stars who have gone through mental struggles could also go on forever, and it's one of the major reasons why careers struggle after leaving Disney. You might think that being a big star before you're even in high school would make a person super confident, but playing a world-famous pop star from the age of 11 took its toll on Miley Cyrus, who revealed she suffered from body image issues while playing a teen pop star on Hannah Montana. Disney alum Hilary Duff suffered from an eating disorder when she was 17, and she battled the disorder for almost 2 years. Demi Lovato is also open about her battle with bulimia, something she claims she still fights every day. Even Lindsay Lohan confessed to Vanity Fair that she suffered from bulimia until Tina Fey and Saturday Night Live producer Lorne Michaels staged an intervention for her. One other Disney alum who has been very open about her mental health is Dove Cameron, and she talked about how the struggle affected her as a child star. Mental disorders have also led to struggling careers, but again, this doesn't seem to be the issue when it comes to Peyton List. Failure to move on from roles. You go through a lot of changes during your tweens and teens, so it's not surprising that as the Disney Channel stars grow up on set, they also begin to outgrow the roles that first made them famous. Joe Jonas had to play a 16-year-old on his Disney Channel sitcom Jonas, which doesn't sound that bad, except that he was at the age of a college junior at the time, so imagine being in college and having everyone think you were still in high school. Joe said catering to an audience of children and pretending to be younger eventually took its toll on him. Another good example is Hilary Duff. Even though she loved playing Lizzie McGuire, getting people to see her as anything other than the iconic role after the show ended almost seemed impossible at one point. The struggle usually continues post-Disney because many productions don't consider Disney child stars for mature roles. We have a feeling that this has something to do with why Peyton List may not be landing many roles. When any production thinks of Peyton, the first thing which will probably come up is Emma Ross. Many producers would probably cast her to play something similar to Emma Ross and avoid her for other serious roles. Typecasting happens to many actors, but it's worse when it comes to former Disney stars. Poor parenting. A lot of famous kids have had public fallouts with their moms and dads. The parents, whose main job is to ensure the mental and physical health of their kids, are also tasked with ensuring their kids work and make a lot of money. And sometimes the two are incompatible. Kids whose parents push them into acting often grow up to resent them. They never had a choice, and worse, they never had the chance to be a kid. When Miley Cyrus went through a series of scandals in 2010, one involving the scarier than pot but somehow more legal salvia, Billy Ray Cyrus went on record saying that he had very little control over his daughter anymore. Once such kids get control of their careers, things become even worse. If you are lucky, like Miley Cyrus, you will have a successful career afterward, but if the stars don't align in your direction, it would probably be the end of your career. So far, Peyton's parents have not had a problem with their daughter, so poor parenting is out of the question when it comes to Peyton. In 2017, she set her eyes on a 1,521 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath starter home in the hills of Glendale, California, just a mile and a half from her parents, her twin brother Spencer and her younger brother Phoenix. Although it's in no way suggested that Disney itself is responsible for what happens to its child stars, the fact that many had early careers at the entertainment giant has led people to nickname the struggling careers the Disney curse. Peyton said she routinely gets jocular warnings from fans telling her not to turn out like Lindsay Lohan and Britney Spears, the textbook examples of Disney stars turned train wrecks, though, importantly, both of those have turned into redemption stories over time. Peyton is not doing so badly, especially when we compare her to other former Disney stars such as Ashley Tisdale. Disney's High School Musical franchise was a cultural phenomenon due to the snobby antagonist Sharpay Evans and her put-upon brother Ryan. Not only did Tisdale star as Sharpay in all 3 iterations of the series' main run, but she also got her own spin-off in the form of Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure, where the titular mean girl turned protagonist heads to New York to pursue her dream of starring on Broadway. She even won several awards for the role. Then she went MIA for years. Ryan Merriman. Ryan may have almost exclusively forgettable movies on his resume, but at least there are a lot of them. As a child, he was featured in a number of television movies, including the Disney Channel originals Smart House, The Luck of the Irish, and A Ring of Endless Light. He was also in Taken, not the movie, but an episode of the 2002 Steven Spielberg sci-fi quasi-anthology series. For that, he won a Young Actors Award for Best Performance in a TV movie, miniseries, or special. Over the years since, he's consistently had small appearances, but nothing has stuck. Amy Bruckner. Amy Bruckner played Pim Diffie, Phil's adorable troublemaking sister in Phil of the Future. Diffie's bubbly personality mixed with her passion for being the worst sister ever easily made Bruckner a standout star. But she quickly disappeared from the public eye following her 2-year stint on the family-friendly show. She landed a role in 2007 and then disappeared again. Dylan Sprouse. For a long time, Cole and Dylan Sprouse seemed inseparable. The twin brothers starred on 2 of Disney's most successful series ever, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and The Sweet Life on Deck. Then, when their time as child stars was over, they both disappeared from the public eye altogether, perfectly in sync. The former star of Disney Channel shows Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and Sweet Life on Deck says the hit franchise ended because the network wasn't willing to work with the twins on where they saw the show going once they hit 18. However, Cole went on to land the iconic role of Jughead Jones on the CW smash hit teen soap Riverdale, and everyone began to wonder what happened to Dylan. We are still wondering to date. Well, if Peyton's career as an actress doesn't pick up, she could pursue other talents. The girl can clearly sing very well. Liz says music writing makes her feel more exposed than acting does because it's just her and a microphone, and the process sort of soothes her soul as opposed to playing someone else. Then there's her fashion dream, which could also do great with time. Okay, there's no cause for alarm though. Peyton List still has time and opportunities for greatness. What do you think about her career? Let us know down below. This has been Riveted, and we publish amazing videos daily.